Action!
Hey everyone! I know firsthand how difficult this experience can sometimes be, but one of the benefits is that you get to meet some truly outstanding individuals who can help you to manage as you forge ahead. Occupational therapists, speech therapists, and early intervention therapists are some of those people. In these next few episodes, we'll be introducing you to early intervention and how it can benefit your child.
Action.
Okay, Daddy.
A classic example of a physical disability is somebody who is in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Carey Phillipps is the director and owner of EduTherapy Limited, a company that specializes in health and education services. She is a natural-born caregiver who has been caring for both humans and animals with equal fervor for all of her life. At 17, after being accepted to study physiotherapy and having to give up that space, fate guided her into fields of study where she became qualified as an early intervention therapist, infant-toddler development specialist, special educator, and palliative care. Carey specializes in the teaching of children with learning, multiple, and severe disabilities. She has written articles for Cause and Effect on early intervention and was featured in our 2017 Foot Soldiers series, where she shared her passion for her career and the children she treats. She has been working with persons with disabilities for over 28 years, and according to her, her love for her children never waxes nor wanes. So please help us in giving a warm and enthusiastic Cause and Effect welcome to Miss Carey Phillipps from EduTherapy Limited. Woo! Carey!
Thank you very much.
Carey, you're welcome. Carey, welcome to the ABCs of Disabilities. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you here today.
It's a pleasure participating as well.
Thank you, Carey. So, Carey, you wrote an article for us about early intervention. So, can you please explain for us what early intervention is?
Well, early intervention is actually the opportunity for parents to be able to get help for their children, as it suggests, at a very early or in the very beginning stages of development of their child. It is actually a combination of services which really looks at development, overall development of your child or baby. It may include auditory, visual stimulation, cognitive stimulation, basically things to do with normal development of your child. So hearing, seeing, thinking, walking, creeping, things like that. And the whole purpose of early intervention, or the rationale, is to start the developmental process. If it's not happening on its own, then you try to kickstart it, so to speak, so that it falls into place. And hopefully, there's some kids who catch up eventually, but there's some kids who require early intervention services for extended periods of time, and then it eventually may go into special education, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, etc.
All right, great explanation. So, Carey, when I first started therapy with Isaiah, I started off with occupational therapy. And the impact I realized it had on me, and I know it's about the kids, but I think it's important because parents really have to grasp this. What hit me when he started doing therapy was the mechanics of it all with the brain, because he had low muscle tone, he was a very floppy baby, and so he was not achieving any of his milestones, developmentally, of course. And when I started therapy, I realized that everything was very mechanical. So can you give us an idea of what, for example, in your interventions that you do, how the interventions would impact on auditory awareness? Can you drill down into auditory awareness and cognitive impact on the child's brain for our viewers?
Okay, so early intervention has a lot to do with the developmental stages, of course, and most of that, if not all of that, is controlled by what takes place in the brain. One of the things that we would do is we start off with very simple exercises that parents can do at home, like just making sure that your child is aware of sounds in the environment. That's the first step. we look at whether they're responding, not necessarily just from an auditor's perspective or turning in that direction, but maybe something as simple as looking and just showing by their facial expression that they're aware that there is another sound going on in that environment or that space. We then take it to identification. Where is that sound coming from? Right? And then after we do that, then it tells us some of the capabilities that a child may have as it relates to their auditory functioning. And that has nothing to do with like a hearing test. That's separate and apart from the hearing test, because we know that you can hear, but then when you hear, the information goes to your brain makes sense of it in order for you to use that information in a real life way. And so what we do is we start to have parents focus on little things like that. And those are the little things, like you mentioned before, that they then become aware of, wow, I never thought of this before. And so they start paying more attention. We encourage them to pay more attention to the behaviors or reactions of their children to sounds in their environment.
I don't know where you'll be 5 or 10 years from now, but we are hopeful that the information being shared with you in these videos will help to make your journey a little bit easier every day as you forge ahead with one foot in front of the other, taking courage and gaining strength and wisdom every day. If you know of anyone who can benefit from this information, please feel free to share these videos with them. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our Facebook pages of Very Special Disabilities Forum, Cause and Effect, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cause and Effect. See you soon.